E.N.D here. Innistrad Crimson Vow, the Vampire Sender set is finally fully spoiled and ready for its full release. November 11th, release date for Magic Arena and Magic Online. November 12th, tabletop release at our beloved LGS. And November 19th, the official launch party and full release. This will be the 6th time that a Magic the Gathering set is based on Innistrad, the Gothic-inspired one of the most beloved Magic plane. Just only 2 months after Innistrad Midnight Hunt, and Crimson Vow will continue where Midnight Hunt left, with the biggest vampire wedding in Innistrad history. A bonding between two biggest vampire families, the Markov and the Voltaren. Olivia Voltaren, as the bride, is to marry Edgar Markov, not for love, but to form a pact with the Markovs to take control over Innistrad. Innistrad Crimson Vow, same as Midnight Hunt, goes back to the original 2011 horror theme. Again here, no mention of Eldrazi. This particular set will concentrate on vampires, even though we still get certain powerful cards related to creature types native to Innistrad, like humans, spirits, werewolves and zombies. And honestly, I think zombies got more pumped up in this set than vampires. But is it worth it to buy Innistrad Crimson Vow? As per my usual Is It Worth It videos, to evaluate the worthiness of this set, I will take in consideration and discuss 3 important factors: price, print run, and content value. Let's start with the price. Innistrad Crimson Vow will be released in 5 different sealed products: Draft Booster Box, Set Booster Box, Collector Booster Box, a bundle, and a pre-release kit. In terms of pricing, here we are talking about a standard release set, therefore I'm not predicting any price fluctuation from the previous standard release sets, but be careful because of the allocation, prices of sealed products tend to inflate. Draft Booster Box $110, Set Booster Box $120, Collector Booster Box $210, Bundle $35, and pre-release kits are sold at around $25. As you can see, normal prices for sealed products. Just be extremely careful with certain high prices, especially for draft and set booster boxes, because a set of the allocation. Another thing to consider is that set booster boxes, as communicated by Wizard of the Coast, will suffer a delay in North America. So again here, prices will skyrocket. My advice, don't buy at highly inflated prices, better wait a couple of weeks, you'll save some money. Print run. Innistrad Crimson Vow is a standard release set, therefore don't expect a low print run, especially when compared with the latest sets: Midnight Hunt, Dungeons & Dragons, and Strixhaven. Print run of the set will be as per standard, high, no doubt about it, but never unlimited. Print run of Magic the Gathering sets are becoming relatively fixed. Wizard of the Coast budgets and order a certain amount of printed products, release them in waves, and once these are fully sold out, it's not feasible to go back, set the printers, and reprint again the same set. And this is seen more in collector booster boxes where supply is tighter. Also, considering what is coming in 2022, New Kamigawa, Capenna, 2 Dominaria sets, Double Masters 2, Jumpstars 2, Commander Legends 2, another unset, more Secret Lair, and more Universes Beyond products, reprinting a previous set will be a logistic nightmare and highly expensive. Content value. A small note here, the prices quoted are pre-release, therefore be cautious, as after the official release and boxes are cracked, prices of singles tend to drop. In terms of content value, apart from the Innistrad plane, as said, one of the most loved planes in Magic the Gathering and its original horror theme, which in my opinion adds some value, the most valuable and interesting cards are Mana Form Hellkite, currently valued at around $23. It's a fantastic add to those Is It Dragons decks. This card paired with the Goldspan Dragon, the multiple instants and sorceries that Is It deck can cast can be devastating. Just imagine having this in play and casting multiple epiphanies. You get an extra 10 plus 6/6 or 7/7 dragons. Necro Duality. Valued at around $20, it's a perfect add to your zombie deck, especially in Commander. Thanks to this zombie-specific enchantment, whenever a non-token zombie enters the battlefield, you create a token that's a copy of that creature. Pair this card with spells that can double tokens like Doubling Season and you will triple your zombies. Cultivated Colossus, valued at around $20, another big green creature, which can get bigger depending on how many lands you have in play or by how many lands you can put in play with its ATB, Enter the Battlefield ability. You can also pair this with Abundance, an enchantment first printed in Urza Saga, to draw and play all your lands. Hallowed Haunting, valued at around $19, another white enchantment spirit-centered card, perfect if you play enchantment decks, pairs perfectly with Zur the Enchanter. Can create Spirit Cleric tokens with their power based on how many spirits you control, then if you have 7 or more enchantments, all creatures gain Flying and Vigilance. The Planeswalkers, Sorin the Mirthless. I can't imagine his expression when he found out that his father is getting married and Olivia Volderen will become his stepmother. Chandra dressed to kill. I can't imagine Olivia Volderen's face when she saw Chandra's dress. Surely Chandra stole the attention from the bride. Note apart, you shouldn't do that at a wedding. And last but not least, Kaya Geist Hunter. Here I can't imagine the anger of all the vampire guests when Kaya crashed the wedding and ruined their buffet. Jokes apart, all the three Planeswalkers have an average value of around $15. The most expensive two are Sorin and Chandra. The Symmetry creatures. Symmetry Protector, Symmetry Illuminator, Symmetry Resurrector, Symmetry Gatekeeper, and Symmetry Prowler. 5 mythic rare creatures, each exile a card from the graveyard when they enter the battlefield, then give you a benefit depending on the exiled card. Average value is about $10, but I wouldn't be surprised if one of them becomes standard power and spike in price. The Vampires. Olivia Crimson Bright, Edgar Charmed Groom, Bloodveil Purveyor, and the new legendary vampire Henrika Domnati. Averaging a value of around $8, all of them are the perfect fit for your vampire decks. The Werewolves. Avabrook Caretaker, Volatile Arsonist, Holpack Piper, and Ascended Pack Leader. Also here, averaging a value of around $8, all of them are the perfect fit for your werewolf decks. The Spirits and Humans. Fatebound Judge, Savior of Ollenbock, Jacob Hauken Inspector, Geralt Vision Stitcher, Catilda Dawnhard Martyr, and the reprint of Taya Garden of Drabin. Averaging a value of around $5, they can be strong in certain decks, especially the Spirits. The Lands. The 5 Enemy Slowlands, a continuation of the 5 Ally Slowlands from Midnight Hunt. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more lands, have an average value of around $4, and as I said in my Midnight Hunt Is It Worth It video, honestly not an excited land cycle like Shocklands, Pathways or Triumphs, but I believe after the rotation these lands can become more sought after. Last but not least, and what I consider will drive value in this set, the Dracula series, or better known as box toppers. Crimson Vow will have box toppers, and these can be found in your draft, set, and collector booster boxes. Similar to what Wizard of the Coast did in Ikoria with Godzilla, the Dracula series cards are Crimson Vow reskin cards featuring characters and locations from the novel Bram Stoker's Dracula. Popular characters like Count Dracula itself, reskinned on Sorin the Mirthless, Mina Harker reskinned on Talia Guardian of Draben, Jonathan Harker reskinned on Jacob Hauken Inspector, the Sisters of the Undead reskinned on Olivia Crimson Bright, and Abraham Van Helsing reskinned on Savior of Ollenbock. There are 18 Dracula series cards to collect them all. My verdict: is it worth it to buy Innistrad Crimson Vow? As always, for these type of videos I'm going to split my verdict into 3. Mass box opening, or better known as flipping singles, worth it 70%. Unfortunately nowadays, with the high prices of sealed booster boxes and issues in the distribution, plus the price increase of shipping fees, mass box opening is becoming less profitable than ever. My recommendation here is that if you can buy your boxes at a very relatively cheaper price, I would go for it. Otherwise, at $150 for a set booster box, I wouldn't dare thinking about a mass box opening. Too much of work for a little return. The only hope is the box topper, but here you have to be lucky cracking the most valuable ones. Draft and play, worth it 200%. The first Innistrad block, after so many years, is still considered as the best block to draft. That gothic horror team have hooked players for years. Innistrad Crimson Vow, like Midnight Hunt, goes back to the original Innistrad foundations and therefore will offer a very similar experience. This is one of the perfect set to draft, play and have fun with your friends. Collecting and investing, worth it 110%. Nowadays, investing in newly released products comes with risk. Too much of supply, too much of repetitive reprints. Just take a look at Talia Garden of Draben, reprinted in Masters 25 in a secret lair drop and now again in Crimson Vow. But Crimson Vow offers something that will be very difficult to reprint, the Dracula series. Apart from the Innistrad plane, which as stated multiple times it's a fan favorite plane, the vampires, the zombies, the werewolves, the humans and the spirits, which are all creature types commander decks are built around, the Dracula series box toppers is what makes this set extremely worth it in terms of collecting and investing. Leave me a comment below, what are your opinions about this set? Are you going to buy? Are you not going to buy? Maybe you are looking forward to the new Kamigawa set. And here's the subscribe button, subscribe for my channel for more and more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.